today you had the Jensen Warriors, your hometown squad, opening up festivities here in the 2023 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League preseason invitational with a victory over the New Look Valenzuela XCR homes. And now we are in our second matchup here in our 3-game slate. This is the first game of our 2023 MPBL preseason invitational. Harvey Pagsanhan and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards will be facing up against the New Look squad, also that is the Imus SV squad. This is going to be a great matchup here in only our second game. Mr. Fast JJ Helterbrand will be headlining this New Look Imus SV squad again against the defending champion, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Javi Palanya together with Coach Louis Gonzalez on the call. Coach, it was a rather exciting game in our first matchup, although Jensen expected to win in that fight. But itong second game natin, Coach, mas veteranong team ang makakaharap ng itong champion team natin ng Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
Yeah, kay Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards are defending MPBL champion, just got even better with acquisition nitong alam natin na rising superstar na si Harvey Pagsanghan.
And we will talk about their roster in just a bit. Of course, alam natin na nawala si Hesed Gabo graduating over to the PBA with the NLEX Road Warriors. But sabi mo nga, Coach, NLEX beefing up their roster yet again with 3 new players dito sa 2023 campaign. Coach Gerson Cabiltes, of course, wanting no less but the championship once again. He wants to go back-to-back. They finished with a 21-0 record, sweep that whole elimination round and all the way actually to that semifinals until they met San Juan in the division finals, where they finally met a loss, but the Knights could not prevent them from going on over to the championship and facing Zamboanga, where they vanquished the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines for the title in that season.
Yeah, imagine how this team prepares. Imagine, champions already, pero sila pa rin yung nandito sa ating preseason tournament. They don't want any stones unturned in terms of preparation, and alam nila, we're gonna go full swing this year, Javi, and they need to prepare more.
And of course, knowing Coach Gerson, he never takes things lightly kahit na anong odds ang nakastack in their favor, because they always want to stay ready. And kikita natin dito ang lineup na ipaparade ng Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards here, at least in the 2023 MPBL preseason invitational. Of course, we were talking about the new names. Joshua Fontanilla is one of them. Of course, Harvey Pagsanhan rather is also one guy on the special guest license para sa Nueva Ecija. And of course, Hesed Gabo will not be with them anymore this season.
Yeah, okay, start muna natin kay Pagsanghan. Ito yung pakita rin ng support ng ating founder na si Senator Manny Pacquiao, na yung support niya doon sa mga student athletes natin na mabigyan ng exposure dito sa MPBL. Now with Fontanilla naman, ito very much similar kay Hesed Gabo. Pero sa akin, sabi nga, offensively, mas deadly pa nga itong si Fontanilla.
And of course, another guy who will be paraded by Nueva Ecija in this coming season, Rich Quintaran, another new player para sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, a homegrown player para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes, will be playing in this coming season. Pag-usapan naman natin ang kabilang panag, ang Imus SV squad, who used to go by the moniker the Imus Bandera. They will be parading a new look roster, but a very veteran roster. They missed the playoffs by just 1 win last season. 5-16 record, 9th in the South Division. They finished behind Muntinlupa, who was at 6-15.
Yeah, you talk about talagang change of lineup. Itong Imus SB squad, parang for me, it's 200 or 300% better. Kasi with the returning faces, nandyan si JJ Helterbrand, si Mac Cardona, Brian Paundo, fresh from the PBA. So we expect them na talagang itong competition na to, itong preseason pa lang, I'm excited, Javi, pag naglaro pa to ng regular season.
A lot of familiar names, as we said. JJ Helterbrand, one of them. Jello Sablan. Gerald Anderson will also be in the roster para sa Imus, but he will not be able to play at least for today dito sa ating preseason invitational. J. Mark Malyari, one of the only holdovers para sa Imus in this season. And of course, Mac Cardona returning to the MPBL Captain Hook. How big is that for Imus?
Yeah, okay. In addition to that is J. Mark Gimpayan, Marvin Hayes. talagang loaded itong Imus SB squad na to.
Sa bawat posisyon, meron talaga silang veteranong player na ready at handang manalo para sa kanilang koponan. Let's turn you over to Richard Campos for the introduction of our starters.
A very good evening and welcome to the second game of our triple header here at Lagao Gym. This is the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 2023 Preseason Invitational by Extreme. Live on MPBL FB page and YouTube channel. Time to meet the starting lineups, beginning with the MPBL 4th season champions, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. At point guard number 27, Chris Bitoon. At forward number 29, Mike Huico. Power forward number 23, Jay Collado. Playing center number 28, Michael Mabulak. And at the two guard number 51, Big Bang Toto, Byron Villarias. The Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards is led by Gerson Cabiltes, assistant coaches Noy Catalan, Arnold Oliveros, Harold Nam, Florian Pineda, and Joseph Guion. Now the starting five for Imus SB Squad. Point guard number 5, J-Mark Manny Malyari. Other guard number 7, Joseph Peña-Redondo. At forward number 26, Jimboy Estrada. Power forward number 9, J-Mark Gimpayan. Center number 69, Brian Paundo. The Imus SB squad head coach is Monching Talisayon. His assistants are Rico Meyerhofer, Jeric Bailen, and Jeffy Rieta. Team managers Jojo Kunanan. Coaching consultant is JB Barredo.
Primary protagonists for this ball game, Chris Bitoon, Byron Villarias in the backcourt. Para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes, Michael Mabulak at the 5 spot, Michael Wico, and Jay Collado at the forward spot. Sa kabilang panig naman, it's J. Mark Malyari, Joseph Peña-Redondo, Brian Faundo, also another returning name here in the MPBL, J. Mark Gimpayan, all-star last season, and Jimboy Estrada rounding out the starters para kay Coach Monching Talisayon.
Actually, quality starters for both Imus and Nueva Ecija.
And a violation on the jump ball called against Nueva Ecija. So Imus will take first crack at the basket dito sa pangalawang laro ng ating 2023 MPBL Preseason Invitational here at the Lagao Gymnasium in General Santos City. Gensan Warriors getting first taste of victory earlier today, 82-73 victory against Valenzuela XUR Homes. And the shot clock violation ang naputokan dito sa Imus SB squad, and even I was surprised, parang bilis, coach.
Yeah, they try to regroup eh. Masyadong nagtagal yung bola kay Malyari. But for me, it's good because, again, that's what preseason is all about. Organizing.
I believe the rule that was na ginawa doon na because of the jump ball violation, the shot clock was set to 14 seconds. Di alata na tingnan ng Imus SB squad, but they do get a stop here. And the ball back, Gimpayan.
Yeah, Gimpayan. I think this is the first season that he's not playing for Valenzuela, right?
Yes, we have to check that, double check that later on. But he was indeed an all-star para sa Valenzuela last season. Bitoon trying to go down low to Mabulak, being defended by Gimpayan. No problem for the former JRU heavy bomber. First 2 points on the board in this game, courtesy of Michael Mabulak.
Yes, kay si Mabulak, so comfortable with this role. Now siguro ang isang titingnan natin dito, itong si Chris Bitoon. Now that will be given bigger responsibility by Coach Gerson in lieu of Hesen Gabo.
3-point play completed by Michael Mabulak, early 3-0 lead para sa Rice Vanguards. And yeah, talking about Chris Biton, coach, he's starting here at the point guard spot. He usually played at that shooting guard position last season para kay Coach Gerson because of the presence of Hesed Gabo manning that point guard spot and orchestrating the offense para kay Coach Gerson. But right now, he will be called upon to do a lot of that.
Yeah, kaya that's why it's important. This preseason tournament is important for Chris kasi alam mo yun, yung last season natin, all throughout, he's coming off the bench.
Peña-Redondo, 2 for 2 from the line. Another MPBL veteran starting here para kay Coach Monching Talisayon. Also a new face dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.
Yeah, you see the fluidity, no? Grabe yung execution ng flex offense nitong Nueva Ecija.
But Malyari able to tap that basketball away. Estrada just could not finish. Ends up with Peña-Redondo. Bato, naging ginto pa. That's now 4 points. All of them galing kay Joseph Peña-Redondo para dito sa Imus.
Yeah, itong si Peña-Redondo, yung maturity rin, no? Talagang he's starting to build up na talaga yung yung structure niya.
Here he is being defended by Villarias. Kicks it out to Malyari. J-Mark. Gimpayan, he loves that one-hander. Tries to get the offensive rebound, but ball ends up with JJ Collado. Biton, it's a screen from Mabulak. Pulls up, elbow jumper. Doesn't work. Estrada with the rebound. Estrada to the streaking Brian Faundo. Welcome back to the MPBL. Biton nagmamadali dito, able to finish. Tough reverse galing kay Chris.
Yeah, that's one thing that we really miss itong kay Chris Biton. Yung quick retaliation niya sa mga ganyang sitwasyon. If the other team relax after their basket, ito talaga may instinct talaga na biglang aatake na lang eh.
And we can recall also from last season that Chris Biton was not able to start the season para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes because of an injury.
No, he's not healthy pa. Oo, totoo yan.
He sat out a lot of games before he was able to suit up towards the latter part of that campaign. Right now, refreshing to see him here in the preseason para sa Nueva Ecija.
And even if you look at Jay Collado right now, alam mo talaga na galing pa sa pahinga eh. But you know what's good with this Nueva Ecija team? They know how to win. And not just to win championships.
Villarias off the elevator screen. Too strong. Estrada with another rebound. Scores 6-5 in the early goings of our first period. Aliari will call out the play. Oh, Villarias tried to go for the steal, but Peña-Redondo able to protect that basketball with his body. That's a foul.
Okay, we're just in the preseason, pero right here from these two teams, the activity itself, it shows quality already, and that's talagang itong season natin, itong MPBL natin, paganda na lang ng paganda to.
Peña-Redondo, great pass to Gimpayan at the last moment, and he was fouled after the attempt.
Like that in that last attempt, last sequence, talagang it's the movement, it's the sharing of the ball that led them to an open shot na talagang kailangan habulin. Now, ito si Gimpayan, makakakuha ng puntos from the free throw line.
Able to sink his first free throw. You just saw it on your screens momentarily. Assistant coach para dito sa Imus SV squad, Rico Meyerhofer. 2 for 2 from the line para dito kay Waray Gimpayan. Last season averaged 12.5 points per game, 10.1 rebounds, as well as 1 assist and 1 steal. Numbers garnering an all-star selection para sa kanya.
Yeah, double-double. And maganda na napunta rin siya sa team na to kasi medyo may katulong na siya on getting those rebounds eh.
Villarias leaking out, gets the outlet, and he will finish. Great pass from Chris Biton. Estrada having trouble with the basketball. Will he recover? Still being pressured, persistent defense from Nueva Ecija. That has been their brand of basketball ever since.
Yeah, give them that look. Talagang ikakapitalize sila yun. Hindi, you have to hold your ground. Especially against that two guys. Kay Mabulak, tapos itong kay Villarias. Talagang sanay na, lalong yung dalawang yan. Silang dalawa mismo, may teamwork na yan.
They are very relentless on that defensive end, especially when they smell blood in the water.
Exactly. And that makes them champions. Alam mo yon, kasi ang teamwork, both ends na eh. Nagtutulungan offensively, nagtutulungan defensively.
And I'm sure everybody has heard this a million times, maybe even more. Defense wins championships, and Nueva Ecija is the best, if not the best, if not one of the best defensive teams here in the MPBL. That's why they were able to have a great performance and sweep all of those games in the regular season last campaign. However, in this game, they have been giving up baskets, especially to that man, Oray Gimpayan. That's another basket this time, and then one opportunity para kay Jmar.
Yeah, okay. Credit also to Maliari. Talaga yung pasensya na with the right timing, with the right pass for Gimpayan para hindi makuha ni Jmar yung balance niya of that finish.
He completes the three-point play, and just to note, ladies and gentlemen, itong Imus SB squad also just arrived in General Santos City this morning. So that, you know, plays a factor as well. Let's see if they will be able to hold on in terms of physical conditioning is concerned. Biton fading away. A little bit too strong. Faundo secures possession. Maliari gets a screen up top. Breaks away. Nobody home to stop J. Mark Maliari. First 2 points para kay J. Mark. 13-7 is the count. Will Macaloni first appearance in this game. That's another stop for the orange shirts. Estrada. He has been having a hard time cracking this Nueva Ecija defense, but that guy has been running circles around this Rice Vanguards defense.
Yeah, if you notice with that shot of Jmar Himpaya, no? Talagang after the shot, may kasunod palagi eh. Diba? Kaya no wonder yung averages nito, talagang yung double-double, it's like just another day in the office eh.
Joseph Peña Redondo, don't look now, already 8 points in this game. Macaloni able to get good position inside against Gimpayan, and that's 2 points for the Cebuano Cager.
Yeah, those extra passes, okay, yung trust sa teammate.
16-9 is the score. Faundo tried to get it inside to Gimpayan for another chance at the basket. They really have been actively looking for J. Mark Gimpayan in this game, Coach.
Yeah, siguro at the moment, if you talk about fluidity, I think it goes with the Imus SB squad kasi nasa tournament medyo nasa tournament sila eh. So nasa tournament phase sila. Unlike itong Nueva Ecija, talagang alam mo na pabalik pa lang uli doon sa groove na yun.
Gimpayan able to get his first free throw to go. Imus is perfect so far from the line in this game. 6 out of 6 from that distance. 2 for 2 once again para kay J. Mark Gimpayan. You will get a much deserved rest.
Yeah, and this is where the question happens na pag nag-rotate na ng tao kasi itong Nueva Ecija hindi nagbabago yung lakas nito sa loob eh. Diba? They've been through a lot of adversities already, Javi. Down by big, up by big, close games, diba? Nadaanan na nila lahat yun eh.
And those adversities they have gone through together, these 15 men. Kaya naman, they are deep down to that 15th spot. Whoever you put in could be good as a starter in any other team.
Yeah, kanina nga kausap ko si Coach Gerson eh. Ina-ask niya nga si Com, payagan mo na ako, lalaruin ko na yung 19 players ko. Alam mo yun, no worries eh. Even if he's willing to play 19 players, kasi alam lahat tong 19 na yun kung ano yung roles and responsibilities nila.
This season, Coach, I think this might be a good question. Last season kasi, di naman coming off a championship sa MPBL yung Nueva Ecija, so they definitely wanted to prove something and prove to everybody that they would be kings of the hill. But right now, they're already in that position coming into this season. How big is that a factor in terms of the mental game para sa kanila going into the 2023 season?
Actually, yung all teams that stayed together for the whole season, okay, makikita mo na kagad yung product ng hard work nila. That's 20 games. Okay, i-add mo pa yung off-season natin. Diba? I-add mo pa yung playoffs natin. So that's a lot of shared moments. That's a lot of familiarity time. That's a lot of, alam mo yun, learning. So makikita mo talaga na they come together already. And yung teams na magandang samahan, yung teams na matagal na magkasama, yung teams na marami ng pinuntahang gera, medyo mahirap ng kalaban yan.
And definitely the epitome of that game is the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, being a team that has gone through a lot of adversity together in various other tournaments. And of course, cherry on top of that was that championship last season. Bobby Balocanag, 2 for 2 from the line. First 2 points in this game para kay Bobby B. And here is that signature pressure defense coming from Nueva Ecija. Harvey Pagsanhan seeing his first action here in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. New pickup para sa Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals, of course. Coach Gerson Cabiltes, newly appointed head coach of that team. At before Harvey is eligible to play for that team, he will have to serve residency. That's why he is here playing para sa kapunan ni Coach Gerson dito sa MPBL.
Yeah, siguro okay, bago lang sa Nueva Ecija, pero Harvey Pangsanghan is like a son to Gerson.
Oh yeah,
to Gerson
definitely.
To Coach Gerson. Talagang sa kanya na lumaki tong batang to eh.
That's why he knows the ins, the outs, the quirks nito ni Harvey Pagsanhan, how he plays on the floor, kung paano siya i-coach. Let's see if that chemistry will bear fruit dito sa MPBL. And what a way to get your first basket, first touch of the basketball, drive to the left, absorbing the contact, getting that shot up, and able to get it to trickle in, and one opportunity right away for the newest addition of the Nueva Ecija Rice
Okay,
Vanguards.
what a way to for Harvey Pagsanghan to open his playing career dito sa ating MPBL. With that one, in confidence yan, definitely relax na agad itong batang to.
3 points right away for the former UE Red Warrior and the newest EAC General. 3-pointer para kay Galang does not work. Balacanag skies for that rebound. Pamboy, lob pass. Will Macaloni is the recipient, and now we are seeing that beautiful music being played on the offensive end that Nueva Ecija has been known for the past season.
Yeah, you've seen that. You see the angle of the pass, di ba? Para bang hindi na masasalo ni Will eh. Pero after one step, perfect yung saktong-sakto pala yung pasa na isusubo na lang ni Macaloni sa basket.
Meanwhile, Leo Esquera able to get 2 points para sa Imus. 20-18, lead is back to the SB squad. Macaloni trying to force his way through his strong side. There was a collision of titans right there as both Macaloni and Leo Esquera fell down to the floor. Look at the replay of that past sequence. A little shimmy on the left side and going to the middle. Nakatamaan ng ulo yung dalawang big man. We hope that nothing serious has happened, but we're seeing blood on the face of Will Macaloni and also of Leo Esquera. So our paramedics quick.
Yeah, the big cut, big cut on both players.
Put attention.
Oo, kasi timing pareho yung collision nila eh.
Oo, saktong-sakto eh.
Saktong-sakto eh. Esguerra was about to push Macaloni out. Then si Macaloni naman, pa-back down naman talaga. Pa-back down naman.
These are the things that no basketball fan wants to see anytime on the floor. There's another angle of that play. You know, saktong-sakto talaga eh. On the post,
Yun.
trying to force his way through his strong side. Ito si Will Macaloni, Leo Esguerra playing defense.
And especially that part of the head. Talagang alam naman natin if you are a regular player, most of the time diyan talaga ang aksidente. And it's just with that sequence, minsan kasi elbow to elbow eh, pero ito talagang head to head eh.
O minsan elbow to head, but yeah, this is a rare time that we see head to head talaga.
Oo eh.
Nangyaring banggaan.
Parang pareho silang they headbutt each other.
Well, Macaloni has since trooped to the bench and has walked on his own power, but ito si Leo Esguerra still down on the floor and still being attended to by our paramedics.
Yeah, I think he got a bigger cut kasi parang nasa level ng eyebrow niya yung tama, yun no.
Yung kay Will kasi parang dito sa
Forehead
gitna ng forehead.
Oo eh.
Oh, we really do hope that it has just been
Minor
cuts and no further concussions ang mangyayari dito sa parehong player. But I do believe the protocol after this kind of collision is di na makakabalik ang parehong player. We'll have to clarify that with our technical committee later on. But again, we do hope that both players will end up okay and in tip-top shape. But we'll take a break here. 42.3 seconds ang nalalabis sa ating first quarter. Imus up by 2, 20-18. Back here inside the Lagao Gymnasium in General Santos City for your second game of the 2023 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Preseasonal Invitational. You see there Leo Esguerra figuring in a collision with Nueva Ecia's Will Macaloni on the previous play. Heavily bandaged on the area of his head. He seems to be okay, judging by the way that he was talking to their coaching staff, but we'll hear later on kung ano ang talagang nangyari sa parehong player. Pamboy Raimundo finding himself wide open. Defense going under the screen, draining the three-pointer, and that triggers a timeout here para sa Imus SB squad as Nueva Ecija takes the lead 21-20. We'll be right back. J-Mar Gimpayan previously played for Valenzuela in last season's campaign, selected as an all-star for the North Division, 12.5 points per game, 10.1 rebounds, double-double effort for the athletic big man, now strutting his wares para sa Imus SB squad in this coming 2023 campaign.
Now, at this stage of the game, it's the second group of the Nueva Ecija Vanguards, okay, doing the damage. They're now in the middle of a 13 to 4 run.
And just like what we've been mentioning, not just earlier on, but in past games last season, all units in itong Nueva Ecija are good enough as the first. 10 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Pamboy looking at his options. Doesn't use the Tagana screen. Finally does. Gives it up. Manalang. 2 seconds on the clock. Floater. And unfortunately, mapupuntakan sila dun ng shot clock violation and as well as the game clock.
Yeah, imagine we're just in the second group. Tapos hindi pa ginagamit itong si Renz Palma tsaka si Jonathan Uyluan.
More action when we return in the second quarter. 21-20 is the count. A solitary point lead for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards over the Imus SV squad. Nueva Ecija against the Imus SV squad. Rice Vanguards finding themselves ahead after the first 10 minutes of action. 21-20, make that 24. 23-20 rather after that. Mamboy Raymundo jumper, first quarter field goal story on your screens. 8 out of 15 para sa Nueva Ecija fifth. That's a high 53% as against 6 out of 16, only 37% para sa Imus SV squad.
Actually, out of that 20 points, 7 came from the line itong score ng Imus SV squad. And since then, especially when both teams started to rotate players, everything went Nueva Ecija Vanguard's way.
And despite the number of veterans that Imus has at their disposal, you cannot discount the fact of the togetherness, the chemistry, and the continuity that this squad of Coach Gerson already has. Kaya naman talaga kahit anong mangyari, they still find themselves in control.
Totoo yan. Kaya ayan, right away, 1 minute pa lang tayo sa second quarter natin. Binalik na agad ng Imus si J. Margimpayan. Maganda naman with Nueva Ecija. They're trying to disrupt itong half-court offense nitong Imus by picking up early sa court. Talagang napo-force, hindi na sila nakakapag-set eh. And imagine, Shaq Taganas. Siya pa yung nakaka-intercept. Pero all of those things, nanggaling doon sa effort na ginawa nung first line ng defense.
Pressure defense leading to that interception. The baby Shaq Taganas, and the finish on the other side. Galing kay Bobby Balocanago was called for the personal on this end of the floor. J. Mark Malyari will give Jedong a spell on the bench.
Yeah, J. Mark Malyari at the start of the game did very well for Imus. Talagang that gave them yung mga activity niya no first quarter natin. Ayun ang nagbigay ng malaking kalamangan para sa Imus SB squad. 14 seconds on the shot clock here para sa Imus. Kaya excited ako pag nagsabay-sabay si Bobby B, si Harvey Pagsanghan, tsaka si Renz Palma for this. Kung nandun pa nga si Hesed Gabo, mas excited pa ako makita yun eh.
Napakabilis na unit nun, Coach, para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes. And baka mahirapan na tayo makita kung saan sila mapunta niyan.
Parang ipo-ipo na siguro yun.
Tama ka dyan. Hindi na Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards ang matatawag ko dyan. Nueva Ecija Typhoon na yata. O Nueva Ecija Cyclones.
Cyclones.
25-20. Barely 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Philip Manalang starting this second period with Bobby Balocanag, Shaq Taganas, Harvey Pagsanhan, and Pamboy Raimundo. Peña Redondo, the no-look Gimpay, and the stretch could not score, but the tip-in by Arbilianes.
I think this is the best chance for Imus to gauge also eh. Na alam naman natin, ang leverage ng MPBL is this Nueva Ecija Vanguards team. Diba? Dito nila masusukat. Now, if they really wanted to compete do sa postseason natin, ito yung best time na makita nila yun.
Timeout muli ang tinawag dito ng Imus SB squad. Nueva Ecija extending their advantage to 6 points, 28-20. Magbabalik kami. You're looking at the crowd here at the Lagao Gym in General Santos City, the venue for our 2023 MPBL preseason invitational. It's not too late to troop here to our venue to catch the games. This is only our second game of our 3-match slate for today. Ating unang araw ng ating torneo. The jumper, that's all air, but buti na lang, Gimpayan was there to clean up the mess.
But again, not an easy possession for Imus.
Gimpayan already leading Imus with 9 points in this game. Leading all scorers actually. 28-24. Pamboy Raimundo, medyo nadulas ng konti. Gives it up. Shaq Taganas, the kick out. Philip Manalang. Ooh, tried to kiss it off the glass. Shaq with the offensive rebound. The tap by Peña Redondo. Ends up with J. Mark Malyari.
Yeah, if there's one thing, kasi I feel na if Imus can solve nila yung pressure pick-up nitong Nueva Ecija Vanguards, then they can go back dun sa fluidity ng offense nila na pinakita nila at the start of the game.
That's just really what makes Nueva Ecija so tough to beat.
Yeah.
It's really the defense that starts at the backcourt. So, dun pa lang sa umpisa ng possession mo, malaki na yung sakit ng ulo na kailangan mong pagalingin.
Yeah, because once yung nakita na nila kung ano yung activity na ginagawa ng Imus. So they started to adjust already. Again, this is the game of adjustment. Now, they pick up early. They're trapping all ball screens na nagbibigay naman ng kaya na po force ngayon na maglaro ng one-on-one itong Imus.
And usually, a normal team, they will trap all ball screens kung lahat ng players doon sa offensive squad ay scorers. That's not the case here with Imus.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. May panic eh. Oh.
They're just really trying to get everybody in that panic mode.
Again, they're just beating the double. Okay, then just go, then come what may. Walang plan eh.
Joshua Fontanilla is seeing his first action here for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Pamboy Raimundo continues to stay on here para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Coach Louis, I'm looking at Pamboy right now and I'm really noticing a different kind of confidence in this man.
Again, what I'm seeing with Pamboy right now is his aggressiveness, defense, especially on the defensive. And alam mo naman na ayun sa tingin ko ang hinahanap sa kanya ni Coach Gerson.
We'll talk more about that after this timeout. 28-26 is the count. Don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts. So we are Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League on Facebook, at official MPBL on Instagram, and later on we have live telecast on 1PH. That's going to be the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines facing up against our guest team dito sa 2023 MPBL Preseason Invitational, the Bulalakaw squad, as Joshua Fontanilla welcome to the MPBL, his first basket for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards from the outside.
Naninibago ako sa look ni Fontanilla kasi sanay ako makita to, long hair eh.
Oh, and he was playing for the UST Growling Tigers. He did sport that long hair look, but right now opted to cut his locks. And another new face para sa Nueva Ecija, seeing the floor, Rich Gintaran.
Yeah, imagine the new two players. Talaga nagpakilala agad. Ito yung si Fontanilla, tsaka si Harvey Pagsakan. Kasi mukhang okay naman si Will Macaloni.
We'll check also later on Leo Esguerra on how he's doing. Gimpayan fighting hard for that rebound. Peña Redondo being defended by Stephen Siruma, also seeing his first minutes of this matchup. Intaran going for that steal. Estrada, he has been having a lot of trouble handling that basketball in this game. Malyari trying to break down the defense. Peña Redondo, despite the hand, will hoist, but no poise on that shot.
Again, with Nueva Ecija, yung activity nila sa defense, Javi, is just staying in front. Wala na hanky-panky. Basta nandun lang sila palagi sa harap ng dinidepensa nila.
Just good old honest defense, and that leads to great offense as Clark Darihe able to hit it from downtown. Did not see a lot of minutes last season owing to the number of players in his position, but make no mistake about it, this is one player who can definitely hoop here in the MPBL.
Yeah, stretch 4, can defend, di naman mabilis din naman, di ba?
Athletic as well. This guy can jump. He has some lift to his legs. Oh, Darihe recognizing the flank in the defense, but he was blocked up top cleanly. J. Mark Malyari leading this break for Imus. Impayan continues to do a yeoman's job on offense. That is an illegal screen. So back-to-back boo-boos para dito kay Clark Darihe.
Offensive foul on number 11, Mark Rodriguez, second. Michael Mabula, back in the game for J.R. Taganas.
Taganas will get a well-deserved rest. In comes back Michael Mabulak para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. 3 minutes and 50 remaining here in the first half, Coach.
Yeah, dun pa rin. Nasa regular rotation pa rin ni Coach Gerson na okay, this guy, this group most likely will end the quarter.
And almost another turnover para dito kay Estrada. But they managed to salvage possession. 18 on the shot clock para dito sa SB squad. Faundo receives. He gives a screen. Estrada trying to split the defense. Tough shot, kisses it off the glass. 2 points nonetheless para kay Jimboy Estrada.
Again, that's one thing na magandang ginawa si Estrada. He did not panic. Even nandun na, the trap na siya. He was able to beat the trap already but stay composed. all throughout sa possession na yun.
Siruma coming off the screen, could not get that three-pointer to drop.
Kaya Gimpayan flying high on that for that rebound.
This guy is close to a double-double already. I'm just gonna have to check the stats in just a bit. Fontanilla, back pass, Quintaran. Nueva Ecija, not in a hurry. Mabulak, the kick out. Derrigue for three, in and out. That's another rebound para kay J. Gimpayan. Jimboy. Relatively calmer against the Nueva Ecija defense on this possession. Malyari up, under, emergency pass. Peña Redondo with a little time remaining. No problem para kay Joseph.
Yeah, Peña Redondo started the season very well last conference. I hope, again, the question with this guy is his consistency.
Yes.
Is it enough? Kasi baka mamaya may kailangan niya pang mag-mature ng konti eh. Kasi may mga players talaga na pag nakagawa na ng maganda, tumitigil.
Average close to double digits itong si Joseph Peña Redondo, pero yun na nga, it has always been a question of consistency. We know that he could score the basketball, but game in, game out, hindi niya magawa. Fontanilla off the curl. Too strong, Brian Faundo. Another rebound. Estrada gets a screen from Gimpayan. Quintaran switches on him. Tries to sidestep on Mabulak. That's going to be a turnover for Imus. 3-on-1. And Joseph Peña Redondo just could not stop that Nueva Ecija offense. First 2 points for the homegrown out of Nueva Ecija, Rich Quintaran. That's a dribbling violation on J. Gimpayan. Yet another turnover for SV.
Yeah, as we go along dito sa season natin, year in, year out, talagang, especially for J. Gimpayan, yung ibang mga players natin, they need to add something dun sa craft nila eh. Kasi syempre, napag-aaralan ka na eh. Continuous improvement talaga.
Oh, illegal screen there. Called on Michael Mabulak.
I just imagine, darating kaya tayo have it dun sa stage na you play the other team twice, and you play the other team thrice. Diba?
Well, so far, di pa naman tayo maabot dun sa punto na yon, but definitely as the league continues to grow, makikita natin yan. Kasi usually it's just a single round robin elimination where you face all of the teams once at dadating na tayo sa playoffs. So it's usually you face teams in your division more than once, pero yung teams dun sa kabilang division, that's only pag makakross ka dun sa playoffs. And that's already in the championship round.
I like that last playoff, kid. They'd run it like 3 times already. It's an Iverson over-under play that ends up on an elevator screen on top.
Just could not find the bottom of the basket, and Faundo was even called for a warning for resentment to a call. Siruma gets a screen from Derrigue. Siruma, oh, I haven't seen him make that move in such a long time, but just could not finish there, Stephen Siruma.
Yeah. Again, mukhang talagang kinukuha ni Coach Gerson yung timeout para bumalik siya dun sa groove niya eh. Medyo matagal hindi nakapaglaro ng ganito si Ruma eh.
Oh, you're definitely giving a lot of these players who weren't given that opportunity last time to show out and play well here in the preseason.
Yan, it's just show yung depth nitong Nueva Ecija roster.
Estrada able to drop it off at the last minute to Brian Faundo, who gets the 2 points. 38-35, 1 second remaining. Siruma from half court could not hit the basket. And that, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of the first 20 minutes of action. This is the second game of your 2023 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Invitational at the Lagao Gym here in General Santos City. Nueva Ecija, the defending champions, finding themselves still on top, 38-35 at the end of 2. We'll be back with your halftime analysis. here at the half. 38-35 between the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards and the Imus SB squad. The squad of Coach Gerson Cabiltes finding themselves on top by 3, 38-35 after the first 20 minutes of action. And before we resume play in the third period, here are some stats from the first 2 quarters. Coach, 48% para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards versus just 43% para sa koponan ni Coach Monching Talisayon. But the rebounding has been glaring on the side of the Imus SV squad, 21-12.
Yeah, that lead came from 9 offensive rebounds galing dito sa Imus SV squad na led by syempre yung one of the MPBL's best offensive rebounder, si J-Mar Gimpayan. Now with the field goals, automatic yan, Javi. Okay, Nueva Ecija dishing out 14 assists. Okay, that results into 48% dun sa field goal percentage niya, and forcing more turnovers, especially in that strong second quarter defense.
Those 14 turnovers have translated into 11 turnover points para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. And by the way, those 21 rebounds, 10 of those coming from J-Mar Gimpayan, who already has a double-double at the half, 13 points and 10 rebounds. He leads all scorers here. Joseph Peña-Redondo not far behind with 10. Brian Paundo has 4. J-Mark Malyari with a basket. Sa kabila, Panik naman, Pamboy Raimundo has 8. Will Macaloni and Bobby Balocanag have 4 apiece, and Michael Mabulak with 3 points to his name.
Yeah, imagine may mga missing names pa with the Nueva Ecija. Wala pa dyan yung si Wico, alam mo yon. Alam mo may mga scorers pang galihugutin. Ito si Coach Gerson sa bench niya.
But one name that we have been so used to seeing, Coach, in the stat sheet para dito sa Nueva Ecija, maybe not in the scoring department, but definitely in terms of assists, one Hesed Gabo.
Exactly.
Who's now strutting his wares for the NLEX Road Warriors in the PBA. But itong Nueva Ecija has beefed up the roster with 3 new names, namely Harvey Pagsanhan, Joshua Fontanilla, and Rich Quintaran.
And that 3 already scored, imagine. Talagang binibigay na agad yung trust and support eh. Ayun yung maganda sa team na to kasi wala nang insecurities Javi. Talagang they play as a unit na eh.
And that is just really one thing that has been so impressive for Coach Gerson Cabiltes, the way that he was able to control the egos of these players on his squad na karamihan sa kanila mga alpha personalities. There's that great play by Imus setting up Brian Faundo for that 2 points, getting themselves to within 1 point. We're going back to my point, Coach Gerson Cabiltes, that's why he has been so successful. Kasi nakuha niya yung loob ng mga player niya, and he was able to get them to play the way that he wanted them to play.
Oh, like itong si Chris Bitoon lang, okay? After that great pass to Jay Collado. Usually, before, when he's starting here in MPBL, titira na ni Chris Bitoon yan eh. This guy, during the start, nung nag-start pa lang siya dito sa MPBL, given 20 points, 16, 20 points per night eh. Diba?
He has made a lot of transformations as Byron Villarias. Well, no transformation needed from that guy. He just continues to evolve. Ito si Byron Villarias, former JRU heavy bomber, getting a 3-pointer, extending this lead to 4 points. But talking about Chris Bitoon, he has transformed Bitoon from just a mere scorer to one of the premier playmakers here sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.
And what's good with that? Still happy with the team.
Yes.
Diba?
Yan ang mas importante. Kasi no matter how much a coach tries to change you, ang importante, masaya ka pa rin dun sa nangyayari. Because if that does not translate into happiness dun sa iyong koponan, there's no point in you playing for that coach or for that team.
Okay, you're gonna ask your team to trade you already, diba?
A little lull in the action here, but free throws will be awarded dito kay J-Mar Gimpayan. Was able to sink the basket plus the foul. Another and one opportunity for the former North All-Star.
Yeah, at the moment with Imus, it's all J-Mar Gimpayan, and against a team like this, kailangan niya ng katulong.
Oh, Villarias, that shot almost went down. Mabulak fading away and getting the 2 points. 45-39. Almost 3 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Faundo, that's a shot that he likes, but was not able to convert. Biton, Uiko running the middle, leaving it for Villarias, this time inside, showing everybody that he's not just an outside shooter, but he can also mix it up inside that shaded area.
Again, those extra passes. Okay, 14 assists at the half, okay, maybe like 17 now. All of them, most of their points talagang galing na sa tiwala.
And that trust just really translates into the defense having a hard time shackling the beautiful symphony of offense that Nueva Ecija is playing here in this game. Malyari though running and rushing through everybody, leaving it for Brian Faundo getting 2 points.
And actually, nakakatakot pa dito yung versatility ng defense ni Hesed Gabo. Paano kung mag-commit pa itong mga each members ng Nueva Ecija na sige, punuan natin.
And basketball just really looks so easy to them, especially when their shots are clicking. JJ Collado able to hit it from the outside. This is now an 8-point lead para sa Nueva Ecija, but Brian Faundo continues to pile on the points inside para sa Imus.
Yeah, if there's a threat of making this game wide, nakita mo pa rin yung pagiging veterano nitong Imus eh. Talagang yung mga timely baskets to stop, at least to keep the lead, at kumbaga nandun pa rin sila sa game, nakukuha naman nila eh. And imagine, hindi pa we haven't seen JJ Helterbrand and Mac Cardona played yet.
And it seems we will not be seeing them in action, at least for this game. Siguro load management ang mga nangyayari dito. We did note that these guys only arrived here in General Santos this morning.
And when you talk about, alam mo naman, Javi, when you talk about 6 a.m. flight, it means you need to be up at 2 a.m.
That's right. So a lot of sleepless hours. You and I were also part of that flight. Pero di naman tayo naglalaro.
At least tayo nakaupo lang.
Imus has Peñaredondo, Gimpain, Faundo, Jimboy Estrada, and J. Mark Malyari on the floor. Laban dito kay Chris Biton, Byron Villarias, Michael Mabulak, Shaq Taganas, and Michael Wico.
Yeah, if there's a group of players na pwede talaga mag-compete dito sa Nueva Ecija, itong 5 right now ng Imus.
These are the players that are already ripe in terms of playing experience and in top physical condition to be able to compete with Nueva Ecija.
Yeah. Better decision makers, more experience, can match up do sa physicality.
But I really do look forward, and I'm sure I share the same sentiments with all our fans, the moment that we see Captain Hook and Mr. Fast back on the MPBL playing floor.
That will put more stability dito sa Imus SB squad team.
Stability plus, not to mention, explosive offense as well. Experience, definitely.
Alam mo, pinakamalaking factor, isa sa pinakamalaking factor doon, yung crowd presence.
Yon. Yan mismo. Yung dalawang yan, ang tindi-tindi na ina-attract the crowd. Captain Hook, Mac Cardona, and Mr. Fast, JJ Helterbrand. These guys making a name for themselves in their PBA careers, and right now strutting it here in the MPBL. What a big addition it is for us to have these guys back.
Yeah, imagine, and if Rico Meyerhofer is there, is part of the team also. Diba? Na baka pwede nang i-activate din.
Oo nga eh. Well, pre-season pa lang naman tayo, Coach. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari in terms of changes in the rosters, in terms of the lineups, player movement. Here's the previous sequence.
Kaya nga napaka-exciting itong season natin right now. Especially itong huling laro natin for today.
Oo, Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines, the defending Southern Division champions going up against the guest team of no less than Senator Manny Pacquiao. Team Bulalakaw. That's going to happen at 9 p.m. and that's going to be on live TV. You can catch that on 1PH and of course sa ating YouTube and Facebook accounts.
Yeah, and there's no MVP than Senator Manny Pacquiao.
naman.
MVP nating lahat yan.
MVP nating lahat yan. Walang MPBL kung walang Senator Manny Pacquiao. Kaya maraming salamat Senator Manny Pacquiao for all that you do. Not just for the league but for the whole country. Biton goes to Taganas. Villarias goes back door. 3-point shot doesn't work for Undo. That's another rebound for him.
Yeah, that's one thing. That you saw that last play. Yung activity ng Nueva Ecija, yung grab, ang daming teams ang pinahirapan ng ganun.
They don't stop no? Just because there's an option na nasaraduhan na. Yung player movement continues to flow para dito sa white shirts. That's why they're so hard to stop on offense because they are very relentless in moving around and getting to their spots.
Yeah, especially yung flow na yon. Kasi alam mo, etong si Villarias, talagang i-deny yan eh. Talagang everybody will stay on him. Now, pag habol mo, biglang babalik, biglang may backpick pala, tapos si Shaq Taganas pa yung magbibigay ng screen. Huling-huli ka talaga.
At kanina lamang nakita nyo ang ating founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao, already here in the building, catching the action here sa ating pangalawang laro. Again, this is the first game of our 2023 MPBL Preseason Invitational at the Lagao Gymnasium here in General Santos City, the tuna capital of the Philippines, in the hometown of no less than Senator Manny Pacquiao, who will be in uniform for that Bulalakaw squad going up against Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines, along with his brother, Bobby Pacquiao. But another Bobby Balocanag.
That is
Able to
pure
get 2
teamwork.
points.
Yeah.
Oh, dangerous pass. Pamboy Raimundo, look at that activity on the defensive end, leaving it for Chris Bitoon. That is just amazing basketball para sa Nueva Ecija. When you see Pamboy Raimundo going that active, going for the steals, and passing it off, setting up his teammates on the fast break, that's when you know you have so much to worry about talking about Imus. 59-49 is the count. Time out here on the floor. Once again, on your screens, our beloved founder, the Pac-Man, Senator Manny Pacquiao, already in the building in anticipation for their game against that team of Coach Vic Icasiano, the defending Southern Division champions, the Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines, who have been very active in retooling their roster to try and challenge the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards once again for the chip.
Yeah, what else can you ask for? Division champions, MPBL champions, divisions runner-ups. Okay, nandito sa pre-season tournament natin. Pinakamaganda doon, nandito rin yung founder natin. Maglalaro pa later.
Kompletong-kompleto tayo dito. And then, you know, even if we only have 8 teams here, it seems that we have a full show para sa buong week natin dito sa General Santos. Again, we're gonna be here until February 27. 8 teams divided into 2 groups, Group A and Group B. 3 games assured for each squad. And the top 2 teams of that group will move on over to the knockout phase from that point forward. Ang 2 teams na maghahari dun sa phase na yun ang magkikita sa championship round and will win 3 million pesos. The second placer will get 500,000. Third placer will get 300,000. The fourth placer, 200,000. And all teams will be assured of 100,000 pesos.
Oo, di ba? May sinasabi nga sila, you don't lose, you just learn. Ito, you don't lose na, you learn na, you get something out of it pa.
San ka pa, di ba? Nueva Ecija already finding themselves over the limit with 2 minutes and 59 remaining here in the third quarter. But they are still up by 10 points, 59 to 49. However, they put Galang on that 15-foot parallel for 2.
Yeah, this is a young kid. Talagang ang mabigat, pag nakikita siya ni Pamboy, nakikita siya ni Philip, nakikita siya ni Harvey, talagang tatrapin siya na kailangan niya ma-overcome.
Arbilianes seeing action once again, giving J.Mar Gibayan a well-deserved respite on that bench. 59 to 51 is the score. Manalang. Ooh.
Yeah, this is one player na ina-expect ko na once siguro makuha niya yung groove niya. Ito si Jello Sablan.
Jello Sablan has always been written with a lot of potential ever since his days with the UPIS program in high school, moving on over to UST in college.
Then Arellano.
But he has never really gotten that big break because of injuries and a lot of other factors, external factors that have not been able to make him what the player that he was supposed to be. But hopefully, makita natin yan dito sa incoming season natin.
Yeah, kasi again, maraming stories ng mga players na just waiting for the right team and the right time. Diba? May mga players naman na pagpasok pa lang, sinuwerte agad. And again, with these players, young players, they just need to keep on working. Diba? Nandito na yung avenue for them to improve their craft. They just have to keep on working.
Persistence and hard work, that's really what sports teaches us. And for us Filipinos who just love the game of basketball, the MPBL is such a great avenue for a lot of Filipino players to strut their wares and show out.
And especially a team like this that doing all the single details, and now look at Pamboy's activity right now. Siguro naisip niya, okay, wala na si Hesed. Okay, it's my time again to shine kasi it's been a while na nakita mo nakaganyan siyang ka-active.
Yes.
Di ba?
Ayan na mismo yung pinapag-usapan natin, Coach, yung opportunity na ginagrant nitong MPBL, and Pamboy Raimundo has recognized that, waited for the right time, just really supported his team last season, did what he could whenever he was on the floor, when he was on the bench, cheered for his teammates. But right now, being given the minutes on the floor ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes, at talagang sinusuklian niya yan, not just on the offensive end, because that's already given if you're Pamboy Raimundo, but playing defense, that great activity that he's been showing, at least in this game, that's something that you don't see every day.
Yeah, kasi ito naman yung storya naman ni Pamboy na wala pa naman tong major injuries eh. Diba? Talagang medyo yung mga teams na napupuntahan niya before, yung mga former teams niya, medyo loaded lang talaga dun sa positions niya. And it's good that he did not give up. Ito yung parang ma-revive ulit yung career niya.
Arbilianes now at 5 points in the game after that. 4 points that his foot was on the line after that shot from the outside. But Philip Manalang breezing through the defense and getting his first basket of the game.
Yeah, you never give that yung right hand attack ni Philip. Talagang sobrang komportable talaga siya dyan.
Oh, Philip Manalang doesn't really have a lot of things in his offensive arsenal. But that is one thing that you have to watch out for, that attack on the right side, as you've mentioned, Coach.
Yeah, grabe yung pasensya na dyan eh. Talagang he'll wait for you to make a mistake. Then he'll take advantage.
Lianes goes to Galang. Right flank three-pointer. Balokhanag. Look at them sky for that board.
Yeah, itong si Bobby B, parang every year, pataas na pataas, lalo tumalon eh.
Partida na injury na yan sa tuhod. Ilang beses na. Raimundo. Hook pass. Shaq. from the outside. The bank is open at 8:30 p.m. here in General Santos City.
Now, the game is getting to be wide na. Okay, 13-point lead now by this Nueva Ecija Vanguards.
Jimboy Estrada silencing that drought of Imus. 6 points in the game para sa kanya. Oh, Bobby B getting prime position underneath. And Llanes with no recourse but to give up the personal.
Again, give them that space, give them that advantage. Even if they don't get the ball, they still gonna do it next time around.
There's that 3-point shot by Shaq Taganas.
Imagine mo, okay, tapos masusutan ka pa ni Shaq Taganas ng off the board 3-pointer in that angle. Medyo nakakatanggal ng lakas na talaga 'yon.
On your screens, the champion coach of the defending champion squad, ang Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards' very own Jerson Cabiltes, a winner in every league that he has played in, or has coached in rather. Peña Redondo with 11 on the shot clock, turns it over. Pagsanhan inserted into the game. Bobby B getting his own miss and 2 points once again para kay Balocanag. That's already 8 markers in this match.
And again, Nueva Ecija forcing turnovers all throughout, especially during end quarters. Ako kanina ko pa tinitingnan na when these two are inside, ito yung partner, si Taganas at si Bobby B. Talagang nagsishift talaga into a defensive team. Ito yung grupo na nakaka-force ng maraming turnovers na nakakabigay ng maraming layups.
Estrada able to sink that free throw. 2 seconds on the clock. Galang able to disrupt that possession. 0.6 ticks on our game clock for this third quarter. And Coach Jerson Cabiltes will call a timeout to try and figure out what he can do for this last play of the third quarter. We'll be back. Off a timeout, 0.6 seconds on the clock to work with para dito sa Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They're up by a dozen, 68 to 56. Let's see what Coach Jerson Cabiltes has drawn up in that ceasefire.
Yeah, I am expecting here a decoy by Pamboy Raimundo, then a shot by Harvey Pagsangan.
Manalang will be the designated inbounder para sa mga nakaputi. Looking. Pamboy receives. Enough time. Oh! Looks like it will count, but our referees will review this. But that is just one thing that Pamboy Raimundo is very, very much capable of. Those big shots with little time remaining. You could always count on him to make those big plays.
Yeah, actually, in that setup, libre na si Harvey sa down low Okay, he's trying to look their action. Okay, the second cut of Harvey Pagsangan. Okay, buti na lang hindi tumigil si Pamboy. Again, 0.6 seconds. At least may magawa ka. Diba? And again, the confidence na ibibigay na naman mo.
Well, that was a big, big play. And not really something na pwede nating maliitin. And that marks the end of our third quarter, which puts Nueva Ecija ahead 70 to 56. Final quarter when we return. Bamboy Raimundo, former PBA player, now with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. He has been playing explosively on both ends of the floor in this game para kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes. What a performance he has been having, Coach Louie.
Yeah, again, the question when the game started, who will take place do sa shoe na iniwan ni Hesed Gabo.
13 points and 6 assists para kay Bamboy Raimundo in this game as we look at the quarter scoring. That third quarter talagang bumitaw ang Imus, and Nueva Ecija was able to break this game wide open. 33 to 21 point production in that third period.
Yeah, yung mga talagang yung mga usual suspects, di ba? It's there na nag-contribute na syempre alam mo naman, mahal pa rin maglaro niya. Nandiyan na sila Wico, nandiyan na si Villarias, made a couple of threes already. So makikita mo talaga.
Oh, Bamboy trying to check the heat but could not get that one to drop. Peña Redondo, hindi niya ipipilit, but the double team was there, although a double foul called away from play. It looks like it's going to be against Balocanag and Jmar Gimpayan.
Yeah, sa possession pa lang ng Nueva Ecija kay the other side of the court, talagang medyo nagkikis-kisa na yung dalawa eh.
Watch those two on the right sides of your screens. The initial bump by Gimpayan as he tried to get position on the middle of that paint, in the middle of that paint, and Balocanag retaliating with a hit of his own, therefore a double foul. Possession will stay with Imus. Paundo.
Ito yung hinihintay naman talaga natin kay Jmar, and this is the question with him since last year na kailan ba siya mag-gain ng weight?
Funny situation that happened there on the offensive end. The outlet was pushed by Philip Manalang. There were two Nueva Ecija players streaking on the other end, namely Bamboy Raimundo and Harvey Pagsanhan. Mukhang natulak pa nga ni Harvey Pagsanhan nito si Bamboy Raimundo para nag-agawan pa sa bola. At Pagsanhan completes the three-point play. Napaganda pa ang sitwasyon na yun para sa Nueva Ecija. And he gets the steal here, trying to return the favor to Bamboy. Bamboy had to pass out of that situation. Balocanag adjusting his shot in midair. That's a miss. Peña Redondo going to Brian Faundo, calmly sinking that layup.
Yeah, Brian Faundo talagang ano lang relax na si Brian.
Sobrang relax lang. No pressure whatsoever on his face. It looks like he's just going through the motions.
Oo, kitang-kita mo naman sa jersey number pa lang eh.
Sporting number 69 para sa Imus SB squad. Peña Redondo gives it back to Jimboy. Estrada will call out the play here. Oh, Gimpayan, he wants to get this one. He wants this over Bobby B. And the battle of the Titans continues to unfold here between these two big men. And that will be cut short as Michael Mabulak is set to come back in para kay Bobby Balocanag. Joshua Fontanilla as well, finding his way back on the playing floor para sa Nueva Ecija.
Yeah, because with Jmar Gimpayan, the only way to beat effort is effort, Javi. Well, Bobby B really plays, kaya nga siya nandiyan sa Nueva Ecija Vanguards team dahil dun sa effort na ibinibigay niya every game
Oh, he's one of those guys na talagang Coach Gerson looks on to na para mahawa yung mga players dun sa energy na gustong makita ni Coach Gerson. Fontanilla.
And that's every coach's wish talaga na meron kang player palagi na ganun yung puso.
Whenever you have a player with that big of a heart, that always rubs off on all of your teammates, and that is every coach's dream, as you have said, Coach. Jmar Gimpayan continues to work, and work. That's already 21 points in the game for last season's North All-Star, Jmar Gimpayan. moving on over to a new chapter in his career, playing for the Imus SB squad in this coming 2023 season, formerly of Valenzuela.
Yeah, he's just gonna get better. Imagine, okay, this is a regular day in the office, double already. We still have 7 minutes here in the fourth.
Virtually already surpassing his averages from last season. You can see there on your screens 3 former PBA stalwarts, 2 LaSalle players in Mac Cardona and Rico Meyerhofer. Meanwhile, JJ Helterbrand, former PBA MVP as well.
Yeah, and those 3 are PBA champions.
Yes. Actually, champions in almost all levels of their careers.
Yeah, okay, in college, yeah.
But at least for the 2 at the
Yeah,
Mac
because
and
Helter grew
Rico.
up in the States, yeah.
$74-64, only just a 10-point lead here. This was already an 18-point advantage para sa Nueva Ecija, but Imus refuses to go away so easily. Brian Faundo knocking down that jumper. Walang ka-pressure pa rin.
Yeah. And you know, when I spoke to this guy, yung story niya na, you know what inspired him na hindi magpabaya? Si Daniel Hugnatan. Na talagang, kita mo naman itsura ni, yung figure ni Brian right now, talagang alam mo, fit pa eh.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Papa Ray, Reynel Hugnatan, still very much active for the Meralco Bolts, where Brian was also from for a certain time in his career. I believe that was his last team in the PBA. Back to action here. Jimboy Estrada, that jumper off to the right, but look at Jmar Gimpayan just trying his mighty best to climb back into this game, to help his team climb back into this game.
And more to that siguro yung with Brian playing here now with the MPBL, yung experience na ibibigay niya, yung knowledge i-share niya dun sa mga batang teammates niya.
Wico, we haven't seen him produce offensively yet in this game. Mabulak trying to get it to him. That's going to be a turnover. No, it will not be a turnover. Possession will stay with the Rice Vanguards. That's a tap. Last touch on Imus.
Yeah, we still have a long time, no? Kanina, akala natin it's gonna go all the way Nueva Ecija na. Pero okay, with Jmar Gimpayan not giving up, ayun, naibalik nila. Nakabalik sila sa laro.
Oh, this seems to be just a precursor of things to come in the regular season, which is what is supposed to be, being our preseason invitational. Na kahit anong mangyari, despite any lead that Nueva Ecija has, a team like Imus will
Last 4 minutes, and he hardly used si Byron, si Michael, the whole entire game, but still give that respect of finishing the game.
4 minutes and 54 remaining.
Tapos may isang Fontanilla na rookie pa lang para alalayan.
More than halfway, and tama ka dyan. What a great mix of players here for Coach Jerson Cabiltes. The right amount of youth, energy, and of course experience, definitely. Estrada. Oh, look at
Fontanilla, yeah.
Trying to disrupt that fast break. That was almost an automatic 2 points para kay Jimboy Estrada. Nueva Ecija, that's a price you have to pay for being aggressive on the defensive end. Na at certain points talaga, more often than not, more often than regularly,
You'll get in penalty.
you'll get in penalty.
Kasi you play aggressive eh.
Oh. Well, Gimpayan, after going perfect in the first few minutes of this game from the free throw line, he was 5 of 5 to begin this match. He's now had some misses from that distance.
And ayan naman yung magiging price that you need to pay playing against a team that's aggressive. Can you take it? Okay ka pa ba hanggang fourth quarter?
And can you nail those free throws
Oo.
when that team gets into the penalty? Mabulak at the post. Wico. Oh, what a great cut by Villarias. The patience, the chemistry, togetherness, experience exhibited. All of those mentioned by Nueva Ecija on that play.
Yeah. Okay, it's like, kala mo, broken play na eh. Broken play na, no way to go. No more to go eh. Diba? Tapos biglang easy layup. Tapos doon, fifth foul ni J. Margimpayan.
And that's a big blow para sa Imus, who was trying to mark a comeback in this game, being down by only 9 points at this point, 10 after that Byron Villarias free throw, but very much manageable deficit to come back from if you were Imus with still 4 minutes and change remaining in this game. And they will have to do that this time without their top gun, J. Margimpayan.
Yeah, ito yung mga plays ng icing on the cake eh. Biglang may magre-rim run si Michael, Mabulak, makakashoot ng ganong kadali.
That's why Nueva Ecija has also been so good, is because their big men have really made an honest effort to run the fast break also for them. Minsan sila pa nga yung nangunguna eh.
Ang ganda, sa game management na rin bumabagsak yan na Javi eh. Yung how fresh can you make your players hanggang sa fourth quarter.
And of course, physical conditioning, coach. You also have to give it to these players for taking care of their bodies.
True, it's not easy kasi imagine you did not play the whole, almost kay Michael Mabulak did not play almost the entire game. He started the game, tapos nung umikot na, kay parang konting minutes na lang eh. Pero still, nandun pa rin yung mental toughness, yung focus and concentration that he knows for a fact that kahit anong mangyari, siya tatapos ng laro.
Ang tanong naman dito, tapos na ba itong Imus SB squad? They're down by 13 points, 83 to 73 minutes and 25 ang nalalabi sa ating laro. Later on, we have our final game of this 3-game slate and the first day of your 2023 MPBL Preseasonal Invitational here at the Lagao Gymnasium in General Santos City. Michael Wico finally able to break through and get 2 points with an N1 opportunity to boot.
Alam mo, both sequence eh. Sequence kay Byron ng N1, sequence kay Michael Wico ng N1. Again, it's the patience and maturity of these guys cutting to the basket and being patient enough na makakita na one step pa before the finish. Veteran move na talaga eh.
Definitely. Michael Wico, one of the members of the MPBL's elite 1,000-point club. A number of players actually from Nueva Ecija belonging to that said club. Of course, Michael Mabulak, JJ Collado, also members of that 1,000-point club.
And I think itong si Villarias, malapit na ba to? He passed that already.
Byron, also part of that club, coach. So imagine, we're only in our 5th season and already we have players surpassing that mark. One guy who has cemented himself as the only one in his league as of right now, a member of the 1,000-point club and the only member of the 1,000 rebound club, Marky, syempre, who has now moved on to the Bacoor Strikers for this coming season after playing for Bacolod in last year's campaign. Piton fading away, that's a miss, but Mabulak is there for the offensive rebound. 15-point lead, 86 to 71. Lianes defending Mabula. No problem right there.
Again, that close. With that back.
By Coach Monching Talisayon. Their squad down by big here, 87-71, under 2 minutes remaining in this second game. And we are back here inside the Lagao Gym for your 2023 MPBL Preseason Invitational. This is day one of this tournament as we warm up for the opening of the 2023 regular season, which happens on March 11 in Quezon Province. Of course, Quezon will be representing the newest squad ng ating Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, the Quezon Coco Huskers. First time in quite a while that we have been composed of 30 teams sa ating regular season, Coach Louie.
Yeah, totoo yan. It just shows na paano nag-grow at bumabalik na sa normalcy yung sitwasyon natin, Javi.
It's definitely the
na paano nag-grow at bumabalik na sa normalcy yung sitwasyon natin, Javi.
It's definitely the opportunity, you know, to play for home provinces, home cities, home teams that really attracts players to play in our league.
And discovery also.
Discovery, that's right.
Alam mo naman, hindi lang naman players ang dinidiscover natin dito sa MPBL, even coaches.
Yes, that's right. Oh, Jello Sablan getting, I believe, his first 2 points of this game in garbage time. 88-75, this is a 13-point lead para dito sa Nueva Ecija. And it has been a masterful performance for the Rice Vanguards, despite some moments of relaxation, I must say. That they have definitely flipped that switch back on.
Yeah, we thought that we had a ball game like 4 minutes left, di ba? Okay, Imus had a run. Then after that, okay, things changed again. Okay, went Nueva Ecija's way.
Lianes from the top of the circle getting a three-pointer. And Macmac Cardona from that bench celebrating that shot by the young big man. Stephen Siruma will hold on to this and dribble the clock away, finishing this game 88-78. It has been the second game of your preseason invitational. Day one here in General Santos City. May isa pa tayong laro na natitira.
Our main game for tonight, okay, with our MVPs.
Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines versus guest team Bulalakaw squad of Senator Manny Pacquiao. Pero bago natin na abangan yon, syempre, we want to see the best player of this game. Coach, it wasn't really much of a question to me, but Mamboy Raimundo earns honors for that award in this match.
Yeah, true. Okay, it's not just about yung total contribution ni Pamboy na ayun yung hinahanap natin. Doing it on both ends. Okay, offensively, imagine yung efficiency niya 5 out of 6 in field goal, 6 assists. Then yung energy na binibigay niya every time nasa dumidepensa naman sila.
13 points plus 6 assists and a very, very efficient outing from the field for Pamboy Raimundo, who has given a lot more opportunity here for the absence of Hesed Gabo. Up next, Zamboanga Family's Brand Sardines, the defending Southern Division champions, going up against the guest team, Team Bulalakaw of Senator Manny Pacquiao and Boss Bobby Pacquiao. That's going to be the last game of day 1 of the 2023 MPBL Preseason Invitationals. For my partner, Coach Louis Gonzalez, this has been Javi Palanya. Abangan ang huli nating laro dito in just a bit. moments of relaxation, I must say. That they have definitely flipped that switch back on.